All right, let's dive in. Today, we are talking about something that is fundamentally reshaping our entire economy, the absolutely massive and growing demand for data skills. From brand new startups to the biggest governments, everyone is racing to keep up, and we're here to break down what it all means for you. So let me just ask you straight up, are you ready for this data-driven future? Because look, whether you're just kicking off your career, thinking about a switch, or just trying to stay relevant, this isn't some far-off thing. It's happening right now, and it is moving at lightning speed. And to really get the scale of this, just look at this number. By 2027, that's just a few years away, the European Union alone is projected to be short nearly 4 million data professionals. That is a huge gap between the work that needs to get done and the people who actually know how to do it. So here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to explore what we're calling the Great Data Gap. Then we'll lay out the modern skills blueprint. After that, we'll get into training for tomorrow, and we'll wrap it all up by talking about your future in data. Okay, first up, the Great Data Gap. And trust me, this isn't just some catchy headline. It's the tough reality for companies all over the world. They are in an all-out sprint to find talent, and the stakes are incredibly high. And this feeling of being underprepared, it goes all the way to the top. A recent McKinsey survey found that only 16% of European executives feel like their companies have the tech talent they need. Think about that. The people in charge know they're behind. This is a crisis right here, right now. And here's what that crisis actually looks like on the ground. According to Lightcast, it takes, on average, 41 days to hire a data analyst. That's 12 days longer than other jobs. Every single one of those days is a delay, a project pushed back, an innovation stalled, and a hit to the bottom line. You know, this gap creates some serious ripple effects. It's way more than a hiring headache. It actually slows down essential digital transformation projects. It drives up salaries for the handful of people who do have these skills. And it's even triggering huge geopolitical investments, like the EU's 1.3 billion euro fund for digital skills. Okay, so the problem is huge. We get it. So what's the solution? Where do we even start? Well, it all begins with figuring out which skills are actually in demand. This is what we're calling the modern skills blueprint. It's not just about being able to write code anymore. Employers are now looking for a hybrid talent profile. Think of it as this powerful mix of technical skills, your Python, SQL, and all that, combined with human skills like storytelling and business smarts, because that's what creates real value. When you can not only crunch the numbers, but also explain what they mean and tie them to a real business strategy. And the numbers totally back this up. Job postings that specifically ask for this mix of tech and human skills, they get filled an amazing 44% faster. And why is that? It's pretty simple. People with this complete profile can deliver real insights from data, not just process it. And with AI and automation becoming more and more common, these uniquely human skills, things like analytical thinking, resilience, simple curiosity, they're becoming the secret sauce. These are the skills that machines can't replicate. They're what allow us to ask the right questions and drive real change. So if that's the skill set we need, how in the world do we build it for millions of people? This brings us to a really key part of the solution, training for tomorrow, where we'll see how vocational education is becoming the missing link. So for anyone who's not familiar with it, vocational education and training, or VET, is all about building a direct bridge between learning something and getting a job doing it. The whole system is designed to be practical, hands-on, and to respond to what the job market needs right now. I love this analogy because it just hits the nail on the head. We've all heard the phrase, data is the new oil, right? But it's so much more accurate to say it's the new soil. See, raw data, just like a patch of dirt, has a ton of potential, but it's not worth much on its own. You need skills to cultivate it, to clean it, enrich it, and put it in context before it can grow anything valuable. Now, for VET to really meet this moment, it needs to evolve. First, it's got to get past bottlenecks, like not having enough trained teachers. Second, it needs to adopt flexible curricula that can change based on real-time data from the job market. And third, it has to work hand-in-hand with industry, like in Bosch's apprenticeship program, where pros from the company actually co-teach with educators. Okay, so let's pull all of this together and talk about what it means for you. We've talked about the market, we've talked about the training. Now let's focus on the real-world benefits and what you can actually do about it. Let's tackle the elephant in the room, this fear that AI is coming for all our jobs.
Well, the data tells a really different story. An IBM study found that a whopping 87% of executives believe AI is actually going to enhance existing jobs, not eliminate them. Building your data skills is basically the key to making sure your job is one of the ones that gets augmented, not automated.
And if you need one more really good reason, how about cold, hard cash? According to Lightcast, vet trainees who get these high-demand data skills can earn a salary premium of 18 to 25%. That's a direct, tangible financial reward for upskilling. That's life-changing money. But in the end, the single most important skill you can have is something called learning agility. Technical skills have an expiration date, and that date is coming up faster and faster every year. So the ability to constantly learn, adapt, and pick up new things, that is the absolute best career insurance you can possibly have.
So you're probably thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but where do I even start? And the best part is, you can start small. Seriously. Try enrolling in just one micro-credential. It's a short, focused course that gives you one specific skill. Or get a few friends or colleagues together and start a peer coding circle to learn together. Then, go online and just map your current skills against what jobs are actually asking for.
So that brings us to the bottom line. This data economy, it's moving incredibly fast, and it is not waiting for anybody. The opportunities are massive, the need is urgent, and the path to get there is clearer than ever. So the only question left is, how are you going to begin?